Hello, hello, beautiful souls. How are you? Welcome to Zen Balancing. I am Nicole Freed, here to talk a little astrology with you today. So, how y'all handling the wild ride of 2025? I know. Well, I thought I'd put this out here just to kind of give you a little perspective on the events that are happening this weekend. This is Friday, May 16th, as I'm recording this. The moon is in Capricorn. Capricorn, do the work. Gotta love a Capricorn moon. Get things done. So, but tomorrow, Saturday, the 17th, and I want to say we've been feeling these energies through the week. We had, the Scorpio full moon on Monday. And we're still feeling that energy and this energy that we have coming at us Saturday. It's already happening. We're already less than a degree from Uranus conjuncting the Sun, and tomorrow it will be exact around 7 p.m. And at the same time that Uranus conjuncts the Sun in Taurus, Mars in Leo will be squaring Mercury in Taurus. What does this mean? So, when Uranus is our planet of breakthroughs, great awakenings, it's change. When Uranus is in the mix, you can expect sudden, maybe unexpected. Expect the unexpected is a good way to put it. And when it connects with our Sun, this is really having to do with our identity. And everybody can have their own personal transits going on with different planets with this piece in particular. But the energy itself, everybody's going to be feeling it on some level or another. And this is where anything can happen. Taurus is an earth sign, fixed earth sign. It's ruled by Venus. It's represents love, value, money, very much physical, material things that we need to sustain, things that we need to survive. It's all about growing. It's all about really, kind of getting the work done. Slow and steady wins the race. It's kind of the tortoise and the tortoise and the hare story kind of energy, where things are going to happen. They may not happen as fast as we expect them to, but Taurus is like, I want this, I need this, I love this, I care about this. This needs to keep going. So this is talking about ourselves, the Sun in Taurus, our identity. When Uranus aspects that means Uranus and the Sun are in the same spot in the sky, to the exact degree, to the exact space minute, saying, break it down. I'm going to go back for a moment to Monday's Scorpio full moon. So the Sun and Uranus were in a close conjunction at that time. Again, this is exact Saturday, but the energy has been building all week long. That Scorpio moon being in opposition really pulls deep on our emotional stuff. Some of you could have, this past week, could have been experiencing emotional triggers that you haven't in a long time. You could have had some childhood stuff coming up. Anything that has to do with partnership, whether this is, romantic, familial, personal partnership, or, business work-related partnership. Things are really... there's a lot of friction going on because the universe is saying change is coming. Change has been coming. Change is happening right now as we speak. And this is how we roll with it. So things are going to keep happening. They're going to keep flying at us. They're going to keep coming. People can expect, because Taurus represents stability so much, there can be shifts in your work life, in how you make money. It can be shifts in, again, relationships, and how your relationships look, and how you interact, how you want to continue to grow in your own personal health and healing. Many of you, since Taurus season began, could have noticed, really kind of grounding into your bodies a little bit more, really feeling your physical self more. Maybe, you know, you've adjusted your diet a little bit the past few weeks since Taurus season started, or picked up a new exercise thing, or thought, this much screen time isn't so great. Why don't I read a book? Why don't I go for a walk? Why don't I dance it out? Why don't I make some art? Why don't I write in my journal? Something different to kind of help your healing and process and integrating. The Sun in Uranus, again, expected and unexpected. I wanted to deliver this message as kind of, I don't want to call it a warning, but just if you've had a lot of tumultuous things going on, a lot of chaos, a lot of stress-filled things, a lot of all of a sudden, like, oh my God, now that happened, oh my goodness, like, what is this? It's just what's happening. And I always like to say, it's not what happens, but how we choose to move through what happens, because we've got to keep moving. And that kind of brings me to, you know, another point of, you know, Saturday's events is the, you know, Mercury square Pluto. A square energy is anytime two planets are at, you know, 90 degrees away from each other. Square energy does create tension, but this tension is necessary to create the balance that we desire to achieve, to continue to move forward. So with Mercury in this slow, grounded sign of Taurus, some of us maybe noticing our thoughts slowing down a little bit more. They're not quite so rapid fire, blah, blah, blah. Like when Mercury was in Aries, especially since it's so long through that retrograde. Anyway, in Taurus, it's slower, it's more precise, it's more defined, it's more grounded. It really kind of makes you think about what you want to say before you say it. So when Aries is just, Mercury in Aries is just going to spout it out. Mercury in Taurus is going to be like, let me sit with this, let me digest it. Now let's have a calm, rational conversation about it. Mars and Leo. Yay, all that. Mars is out of Cancer, out of its shadow period, in the fiery sign of Leo. This is a good thing. The sign of Leo reminds us to play, to have fun, to kind of, you know, follow your heart center. So this square energy is really adjusting our minds, our thoughts, our communication with our action steps. So it's making our thoughts get really grounded, get really real, and it's making our action move forward in a way that says, does this feel good to my heart? And if it does, do it. Even if it feels uncomfortable, because it is a thing with Uranus. Uncomfortable is the name of the game. The energies that we're experiencing is always, especially this year, they are uncomfortable. We're closing out so many cycles. Neptune, you know, Neptune's in Aries now. Saturn will be in Aries shortly. Uranus will be in Gemini shortly. But everything's going to retrograde and dip back later this year, back into Taurus, back into Pisces. And then by early next year, after their retrogrades, you know, they shift forward, start moving into territory. Then we get our 2.5 years, our 7 and 9 years, our 14, 16 years of being in air and fire. So we're closing out a lot of old cycles, a lot of old patterns, a lot of things that have to do with illusion, delusion. Reminding ourselves that just because we think it doesn't mean it's real. Just because we say it doesn't mean it's real. And, you know, friends, our words are our spells. Our words matter. The things that come out of our mouth, we're all human. We all say things that we wish we didn't. We all say things we think, ooh, could have filtered that a little bit better. Could have toned that down. And trust me, Mercury and Sag here. I know, sometimes just, it's like, maybe I could have, you know, said that a little differently, but, you know, it happens. So this is a time to release the delusions. And again, with Neptune being in Aries now, it's really been kind of a taste of the delusions that we've been letting go of as a collective with when it comes to religion, when it comes to technology, And we are coming to a more self-centered space and a warrior type spirit with it. And this is definitely charging up energy for almost a spiritual war type energy moving forward, as we're dissolving the conditioning. We've been dissolving the conditioning for a long time now, between Saturn, between Neptune, and between Uranus. In Pisces and Taurus, they have been teaching us these lessons of what is real, what is not, what has to break up, what can stay, how do we redefine things, how do we restructure things. Just because something blows up doesn't mean you just have to throw it in the trash. It can be fixed, it can be fine-tuned, it can be, molded. You can add a piece, you can take away a piece, you can, sing it pretty lullabies until it falls asleep happily. I mean, I don't even know what I'm saying now. Yeah, so we need to find our strength, and our strength is in our heart, and that's the energy that Mars and Leo is giving us right now. Is if it's good for your heart, just do it. Just keep going. And as much as things are difficult and things are changing, and you're like, oh my God, Nicole, but my whole world is just like blowing up before my eyes, and everything's changing, and I don't. It could be a home, work, cars, relationships. I'm in it with you, friends. I'm not immune to the things that everybody is experiencing right now. And my advice for myself, that I am sharing for all of you, is to just keep breathing. And every day, every moment of every day, saying, what can I do differently than the day before, or even the month before, or the year before? How can I move more towards what I truly love, value, and desire in life? What I want, what I'm trying to create. Mars and Leo is very creative energy. You can get a lot done right now. And again, as these things kind of come crumbling down, give yourself grace, give yourself space. Allow yourself to feel it, allow yourself to let things go, and move through it. And if that means just dancing it out for a minute, taking a walk, getting yourself in nature, barefoot on grass, drinking your water, healthy foods, just ground. And you will get through it. Through trust and faith in the universe, you will get through it. The universe always has your back. I'm a true believer in that. No matter how much chaos there is, no matter how much, despair or worry, anxiety, fear, depression, anger that can be, floating around from self, from others, I find that if I just take the breaks to pause and redirect and reflect and breathe, I mean, the breath is the voice of our soul. It helps balance, our immune system. It helps balance our nervous system. And that's what we need right now. We need strong immune systems. We need strong nervous systems to carry us through, especially with this, 20 years of Pluto and Aquarius. Like, regulating our nervous systems is going to be on point, a key to all of this. And it's okay if you have a day that, you need to go into the cave and you need to do some, deeper inner stuff. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's how long you choose to stay there. And mind over matter. The adage, attention goes where energy flows. If we have these thoughts in our head that are saying, everything is ending, my life is horrible, there's no way out of this, there's no way I can do this and that. Like, if you keep telling yourself in your head, like, those are the opportunities that are going to present themselves by the universe. If you say, I've got this, I don't know, And it's okay to not know, because I promise you right now, nobody knows what's happening right now. Some of us may have some glimpses, some ideas, some concepts that we hope and hold true and dear to, of how things are going to pan out through this collective, evolution or lack thereof, depending, person to person. But that doesn't mean that anyone knows. Again, I'm in this like all of you. Something crazy could happen tomorrow, and that's that. I'm gonna have to deal with it. Hi. So having your attention go to say, what can I do right now? If I just breathe right now, if I, think in my head something positive. And I found, like, through my healing journey, and especially years ago because friends, my past held a lot of depression and a lot of sadness, and it took a really, really long time for me to rewire things and not feel that way anymore. And a big piece in that, like, I used to just look in the mirror every single day and say, I love you. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You can do anything. Just keep going. And when you tell yourself that, again, our words are our spells, you're putting that out there into the universe, because I hope that all of you feel that way about yourselves, because self-love is the key. If we want to share our love, our magic, our gifts, our creativity, our ideas, our innovations with the collective, it all starts right here. And that in turn balances this, which balances the rest of the body. Because astrology, it's a reflection, as above, so below. I like to think of astrology as a symphony, an orchestra. And all the energy from all the stars, from all the planets, from all the asteroids, everything in our galaxy and beyond is reflecting this energy down to us. And it's us taking that energy and what we choose to do with it. We get to choose. If we have Uranus conjunct the sun and it's and we act, that was our choice. But if we're aware that this energy could be coming at us, instead of going, we just say, okay, maybe I need some tears to cleanse and purge for a minute. But how can I react in a more stable and grounded, sustainable way? Taurus is all about sustainability, and Uranus riding out these last few degrees being in Taurus, because Uranus is in a sign for like 7 to 9 years. So when it's ushering in the final degrees, it's just starting to cross over to the next archetype, going back in to wrap up those loose ends of those degrees. Like, it's in your face. It's like, it's been this much time, and I've given you these 7 years. I think it was 2019 that Uranus moved into Taurus, by the way. I've given you this time, and I've been teaching you, and now it's like the lessons need to come through. Kind of like with Saturn at the final degrees of Pisces. Like, own your wisdom. I don't want to say own your karma. I don't like that. Own what you chose to do this lifetime. Because I'll be honest, I'm a multidimensional traveler. I love working in the other realms. It's something that it's just a part of me. It's just who I am. But Saturn's been teaching me, if I don't release the pieces that are not real and come into my power from a grounded space of doing the work. That's another thing, doing the work. We all have different work, every single one of us. We all are unique individual snowflakes. So if we're all different and unique as a person, then that means in relationships, every relationship is going to be different and unique. And we get to make up how we are and how we be. And the more we get in touch with our soul's purpose and what we want to do here, what we intend to do here, what we are doing here, that's our work. And again, it looks different for everybody. You can't judge South Node in Virgo. We have to stop the judgment. While discernment is important, which is a very Virgoian, is that right? It's a very Virgo trait, is discernment, analyzing. While those things are important, the shadow pieces of Virgo are perfectionism. They are judgment, over analyzing and wanting something to be so perfect to a point that nothing gets done. Or Virgo also, because of these traits, very prone to high anxiety, high worry, high fear factors. I know it's the hardest thing. It's the hardest thing that you're ever going to do. But you can do it. I believe in you. I believe that all that worry, all that anxiety, all that fear, all that, oh my God, am I good enough? Am I smart enough? We can let it go. We're giving that gift with the North Node in Pisces, the South Node in Virgo, of letting that go and allowing our higher ideals and dreams to really kind of come through. And, you know, unconditional love for all. And again, I know it's not easy, but did any of us sign up for easy? I don't think so. I'm like, how much work do I have left? Forever work. Forever love, forever helping, forever being of service. Oh, wow. I hope my ramblings found some sense of inspiration for you. And again, I felt I've been going through my own healing journey with my own Neptune and Saturnian transits to my chart and Uranian. And I really just wanted to get back out here and kind of let y'all know that some crazy shit goes down this weekend. It's going to be okay. Trust in yourself. Trust in the universe. Trust that you're a beautiful, vibrant, amazing you. And you can do it. You can do anything. You just have to keep doing it. Working on your practice. Working on your routine. Again, everyone's work is different. What's your work? I love you. I send blessings of peace, love, balance for this weekend and beyond. May you get everything you need. May the universe open doors for you that you didn't even expect. Because again, it's all in perspective. It's how we would look at things. It's all, you know, it's a pretty wild year. But we think about what's 9 months, what's 12 months in the scheme of life. We've got this. I love you. Keep going. Best wishes. See you soon.